Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is going to be a fun day because everybody knows I like to eat. But the things I usually eat, the things I usually eat are simple, southern, and scrumptious. Not so much in the near future. Not so much. Because I met somebody who can cook probably better than me, probably a better variety than me, and probably will entice you if you ever step into their restaurant in downtown Jasper. The restaurant is going to be opening in the near future, and we're going to be talking about that in a few minutes. But first, I want to remind you about this past weekend. I have some bragging rights. Ball Ground, Georgia, hit a home run. The town was packed with people. The town was crazy crowded all day long. We had an amazing concert. We had the best fireworks in North Georgia. And after the event was over, this is the bragging rights. No shootings, no fighting, no cussing, no screaming, nobody being mad at everybody. Thousands of people dispersed back to their cars. They drove out of Ball Ground. They left no litter. They left no craziness. It was just a bunch of good folks. Thousands of good folks. Thousands of good folks. And you're going to get to see the fireworks right here because Glenn happened to be on the hill with a drone, and all shots will be amazing. It was so cool. They had to move it back just a little bit from where it was the last few years, and they changed, and I don't understand any of this, but they said they changed the dynamics of the mortar and how it fires. But I was close enough to it that I could see all the flames coming from it. And I thought, you know, we always hear that fireworks are dangerous. Fireworks are truly dangerous. But Ball Ground has the best crew doing their fireworks. And y'all, they were amazing. Absolutely amazing. So if you didn't get to see it, shame on y'all. It's always the Saturday before the 4th of July. Now, Canton has theirs, Jasper has theirs, Ducktown has theirs, Blue Ridge has theirs. But Ball Ground, I'm sorry, I think Ball Ground has the best. So if you didn't get to come, I wish you'd been there. It will happen again next year, as it always does. And to the concert was amazing. Everybody loved it. And I love that they get out there like 2 days ahead of time and put their chairs out because they want to get great seats. Well, anywhere in Ball Ground's you can hear the music all over Ball Ground. It was awesome. So thank you to everybody who came out, who showed out, and who really, just good folks. Everybody was so nice, and there wasn't any, you know, nobody, oh, you got my parking place, oh, you did this. No, everybody was so cool. Evelyn was at our office, and she gave away lots and lots of snacks, lots and lots of bottles of water, and gave out information on Malone's Pond. And you know that we can walk from our office to our model home, which is really cool. It's about 1,200 steps. But in this heat, no, we don't want to do that. We're driving it now. Think about the heat, y'all. Stay hydrated, be safe, because the holiday weekend you're going to be outside a lot, and you got to keep yourself healthy. So now I want you to meet somebody that I met over a peach cobbler. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Manny. Thank you for this opportunity.
I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you. I'm originally from Argentina, and I've been in the country for the last 31 years.
Right.
I became a citizen because of my dad.
Right.
He was from Cuba, and he came here in the 80s.
Right.
So right after that, you know, we got my citizenship.
Right.
But
how old were you when you got your citizenship?
29, I believe.
Did you have to take a test?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about the test because it's funny to me. I've been a U.S. citizen because I was born a U.S. citizen. I have so many friends from South Africa, from different nations who became citizens, and they all said that it's amazing to learn the history of the United States.
It is. It is.
They said, man, there's a lot of history about the United States.
Yes.
Did you study hard for that test?
Yeah, I have to study.
Yeah.
Because, you know, English is not my first language. So that was the first barrier.
Right.
I had to go to school in Miami. I went to Dade Country High School. And I spent probably 2 to 3 years studying English. I'm still learning.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
I'll probably have a little accent.
Just a tiny bit. Just
Okay.
a tiny bit. Yeah.
But that section, it was hard. I mean, it took a lot of time.
Yeah.
I remember I had to listen to radio, watch TV in English, and forget about Spanish for
Yes,
at
yes.
least 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
After that, we went to the process of, you know, studying a lot of history, everything you can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like high school, you know, in
High School 101 condensed.
yes,
yeah.
in 2 months. Yes, and
Did you pass it first time?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
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 I've never asked anybody did they fail before, but I can imagine there have been people who didn't pass.
I know one person that failed.
Okay.
That was my mom.
Oh my gosh! How
Because
pitiful.
it was at the time she was 79.
Oh my gosh, 79.
Yes.
Now listen, that's the American dream, to be
Yes.
79 years old and want to become a United States
Right.
citizen.
Yes.
That is the American dream. That
Yes.
is so cool.
So the first time she took the test in English, and she wasn't that good in English at the time. And the second time, she got the offer to do it in Spanish. That's when she passed
Obviously
the test.
easier.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot easier.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
easier. Well, I'm going to make you feel really good because I took 2 years of Spanish when I lived in Orlando because actually it was during the Cuban time that,
Right.
you know, we had so many Cuban friends and the food was so amazing and their language is so amazing to me. So I thought, well, I'm
Okay.
going to take Spanish and I'm going to learn to talk to them. No, that did not work out.
Oh.
If you had to give me a citizenship because I passed Spanish, no, I would never have gotten my citizenship.
Oh, come on.
I could not get it. I could not
Okay.
understand it. I know what red shoes are, and I know what opening a window is, and buddy, that's
That's
it.
it.
That is all. 2 years of Spanish, and I did not get it.
Well, you want to listen to something funny? When I was doing high school in Argentina, we had English. I never passed. It was so hard.
It
and I
is.
said, I don't know why I have to study this. I'm never going to use it.
Guess what?
Yeah, I'm
Guess
here.
what? Yeah, you're here. Now, are your parents still living?
No,
No. Okay.
no. My dad passed in the 2000.
Wow.
My mom lived to 93. She
Wow.
passed away like 6 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, you know, when we think about your heritage, was your mother, your dad was Cuban.
Yes.
What was your mom?
She was from Argentina,
Okay.
but my grandfather, they were from Italy.
Italy.
Yeah,
Okay.
on my mom's side of the
So
family.
no wonder you're going to have a great restaurant in
Okay,
Jasper. Oh my
yeah.
gosh, we've got Italy. Oh my gosh, you know.
Yeah.
You're going to have an edge on people.
Yes.
Now tell me a little bit about what kind of food people can expect to enjoy at your restaurant.
We're gonna have empanadas from Argentina.
Okay.
That means they're baked.
Okay.
In South America, they have a big variety of empanadas. Most of the countries, they fry them. But in Argentina, we have both, fried and baked. I believe the baked ones are better because they're lighter, they're
Are they
healthier.
better for you too because
Oh, yeah.
they don't have the oil?
They're
Okay.
healthier, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't use any preservatives at all. Everything is made out from scratch. It's fresh every day.
Wow.
Yeah, and we
Wow.
have probably 10 flavors, savory flavors, and then we have at least 5 sweet flavors. Yes.
I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm just, and I told you one of the best memories of my childhood was a New Year's Eve party with our Cuban friends. And I
Okay.
wish I could tell you the kind of foods that they made, but I just remember they had a table at the end of the, between the living room and dining room, and it was just full of things I'd never seen.
Wow.
And I was like 14, and so I said, well, I don't know about this, and I don't know about that. My mother said, try it, you'll
Try it,
enjoy it.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was good.
so good.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Rice and beans, probably.
No, I don't think it was a lot of little tasty things, a lot of little what I call appetizer type
Okay.
foods.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
It was-
tapas.
yeah,
Okay.
just excellent. And I thought, oh my gosh, you know.
Wow.
And the grandma was there from Cuba then, so it was Mercedes who was the mom, and Ralph was the doctor. You know, when we talk about that, when a family flees Cuba, he left there as a doctor, a very prominent doctor. He came to the United States with nothing, with nothing. Is that pretty much how it goes? They don't tell you to take all your money out of the bank and bring it as you're fleeing
Yeah.
their country?
I probably came in with like $50,
Right.
and that was 1993,
Yeah.
31 years ago. Yeah, you basically leave everything behind.
Yeah.
Everything.
Wow. Wow. That is so crazy.
Yeah, and in the case of Cuba, it's worst
Oh, yeah.
because you know, they come here, they have to cross. It's only 91 miles, I believe,
think that they crossed by a small boat, a dangerous small boat. Yes.
or old tires. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. But what an American dream, and we see it all the time. Now, we have an American disaster going on right now with an open border. And last night, I was up till 1 o'clock this morning watching something that's happening in the United States now. The crime and the gangs that were released from prisons, and they're coming in. You have a young family. You have a beautiful wife.
Thank you.
Do you worry about your family's safety now in the United States? Because these open borders are bringing in criminals that we don't want here.
Right.
You know, we don't want here. We want the good people to come in legally. We want them to become American citizens.
Right.
And we want them to enjoy the lifestyle we
Yes.
are lucky enough to afford.
Yeah.
We don't want criminals. It's
No.
like going to Fulton County Jail, and I don't care if they're American, what they are. Don't open the doors of the prisons
Right.
and say you committed 6 murders, but we're going to let you loose. And that's basically what our open border has done. So
Yes.
it's very scary to me.
It is.
It's very scary. I don't think I worried as much until I was on a jury in Cherokee County, and y'all live in Cherokee County
Yes.
in Woodstock.
Uh-huh.
I never thought about armed robbery in the middle of the day in Woodstock, Georgia. And I was on a jury, and I was like, holy cow, you know, because I'm a woman, I travel a lot alone. I'm always pumping gas at weird times of the day or night.
Yes.
It's dangerous.
It
you
is.
know, we're
It
putting
is.
ourselves in a position by opening these borders.
Yes.
Now, do you have family who's here? Who else is here besides
I have
you?
my brother. He lives in Chicago.
Bless his heart.
Oh.
Bless his heart. Oh my God. We'll pray for him.
Okay.
We'll
Yeah.
pray. Chicago, but he does get good pizza.
Yes.
And he gets good
excellent.
hot dogs.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 See, I know about food.
But it's too cold and too windy for me.
Oh yeah. Oh
It's-
yeah.
yeah.
Now, how did you choose Woodstock, Georgia?
Well, when we first came, we lived in Miami for like 4 or 5 years. After that, we have a work opportunity here. You know, we have a construction company also, and that's how we moved from Miami to Atlanta. Yeah,
And the construction business right now is booming.
it is.
Absolutely
Yes.
booming. The one thing that's going on right with the economy is new construction because there aren't enough homes available,
Right.
and so the new construction is
Yeah.
really, really busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do 100% commercial work. Probably 70% to 80% of our work is related to the government.
Okay.
So it's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, when you open your restaurant, you're going to try to do both? Or are you going to
Yes, but I
okay.
have my older son, Kevin.
Okay.
He's taking care of the construction business.
Okay.
Yes.
So, are you going to open this restaurant because you just like to cook? Because you're a chef who must enjoy it. Because if you didn't, if you get sick, is there anybody who could walk in and take
Oh
your
yes.
place?
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna have trained
Okay.
people doing the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I was telling you, I did this 7 days a week from
Right.
4:30 a.m. till 10
Yes.
o'clock. And I learned if I was out, we were in trouble.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
So you're going to train some people and hire
Yes.
them.
And probably they're gonna do it better than me.
No, no, no.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. So where did you learn to cook?
When I was little, you know, with my mom. In my country, we have the at least once a week, the whole family gets together in grandma's house, and they eat pasta because of the Italian, you know, heritage. And that's how I learned, you know, by asking, "What are you doing? You know, don't touch that; it's too hot."
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And that's how I learned.
Now, what about improvising? Because I tell everybody a recipe is only a beginning.
Yes.
You get ideas and then you change it up a little bit. Have you ever done things and tried it and thought this will be great and it wasn't so good?
Oh yeah, all
Oh,
the
yeah,
time,
yeah,
all the time. Yeah, you mess it up
That's
all the
why
time.
you keep a dog.
Yes. Uh huh.
So you
Yeah.
say, listen, taste this. The dog goes,
That's-
yeah,
yeah.
no, not working.
Not even the
working.
dog one.
Yeah, yeah. Now, your restaurant is going to have enough seating to seat about 30 people or
Yes.
so. Yeah. And you are in the building, if I get it right. I worked in that building in 1972 and 3.
Okay.
1972 and 3. It was the Townhouse Restaurant.
Wow.
I worked there for breakfast, and then I worked at the Woodbridge Inn for lunch and dinner.
Okay.
And I've always worked more than one job because there's never been quite enough money, so you always do whatever it takes. Have you completely remodeled that building? What can people expect when they walk in the door?
Yeah, we remodeled the whole thing. Yeah. It used to be Mary Mary Treats.
Yes, yes.
And we decided to change everything and to bring something, you know, different
Yeah,
for Jasper.
yeah, it looks really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
really
you.
cool.
Yeah. We hire a designer to help us with, we have some ideas, but, you know, we wanted to make something really good
Yeah.
for the city. We love the city.
Now, are you going to do some catering too?
Yes, in the
Okay.
near future. Yes.
And if you were to cater an event, would you give just a variety? I mean, how do
We're
you
gonna-
get people to taste your food? How
We-
do you convince them they're going to?
We're going to have
Try
the
it.
same flavors that we have at the store. Yeah. We already have an order.
Are you
For-
kidding?
yeah,
That is so cool.
Yeah.
That
It's-
is so cool.
It's for a church.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And when are you opening?
Hopefully between 2 and 3 weeks from now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're still waiting for equipment. The construction was kind of hard because it took 1 more month than
Uh-huh.
expected. So that put, you know, things in the waiting list.
Yeah, it would have been great if you could have been open this week for
Yes,
the holiday,
I
because I'm
know.
sure we're going to have a lot of visitors
Yeah.
to Jasper.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there is the Jasper live event in 2 weeks, I believe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Well, maybe you'll get there. I hope
Hopefully.
so. I hope so.
hopefully.
Now, your kids, you said you have a son who's involved in the
I
business?
have 3 sons.
Okay.
Yeah, Kevin is the oldest one. He's 29. Eduardo, he's 21. And Leandro, he's 18.
Are they all workaholics?
No.
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 Okay, you have 3 children. Are they very different?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Who's the most like you?
I believe Eduardo, the
Okay.
21-year-old,
Who's the most like mom?
the youngest one.
Spoiled?
Yes.
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 I love it. I love it.
Yes.
We all have to have a spoiled one. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So, did any of your family live to see your success in America?
My
Because-
brother.
Your brother?
Yeah.
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 Now, what kind of business is he in?
He's a doctor, but he's not working as a doctor. He
Mm-hmm.
works training new doctors.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, doing laser procedures. And he travels all around the world.
Wow. How
Yeah.
cool is that?
Yeah.
How cool is
yeah.
that?
I know it's tiring.
Yeah, yeah.
But, you know,
yeah.
after doing it for like 25 years, he's tired of it.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. So your family is living the American dream, and right now we're going to make folks dream because we're going to show them some of your
Okay.
food. And he's had my peach cobbler, he's had my
I
strawberry
love
cobbler,
it.
he's had my apple cobbler. He's had everything cobbler-wise that I made except sweet potato, but there are some temptations that you create. Now, you told me that you buy a very certain flour. Tell me about the flour that you use.
Yeah, the flour was hard to get it here because in America we don't have the same flour that we have in Argentina or in Europe. The one we like to use is really fun. It's called, it has like zeros as a designation.
So it's sifted very fine.
Right. So the more zeros, it goes from 1 0 to 4 zeros. The more
Okay,
zeros,
what's in that?
that's a caprese. That's tomato, basil, and a lot of cheese.
Oh, wow, that looks yummy.
People love that one.
Yeah, that
Yes.
looks so yummy, so yummy.
And as I said, everything is made from scratch. Yeah.
What's in that green bowl?
That's chimichurri.
What is that?
That's garlic, olive oil, salt, pepper, and parsley.
And you dip your,
You dip your empanada there.
oh my.
Yeah. You can dip anything.
Oh my.
That's the fresh dough.
Oh.
You know, we have a machine that rolls it out in a thin layer, and then we cut it in circles. We grab each of those discs, and we fill it with either savory or sweet.
What ingredients would be in the sweet? What flavors do you use?
We have the guava and cheese. We have also the dulce de leche and banana. And there is a couple of more flavors. I don't remember. We're probably going to have something with Nutella. Yeah, that people love that.
Everybody loves Nutella.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
My son had a babysitter from South Africa, and she got him hooked on that.
Okay.
And it was so crazy because he would come home and he was like a little bitty kid, and he would ask for that. And I'm like,
Yes.
I don't have a jar of that, you know, and so I had to start buying it. But yeah, that's so cool. Now tell me about the one, is that tomato or bell peppers in that?
No,
What is
that's the same caprese. That's tomatoes.
tomatoes.
Yeah, tomatoes,
Wow.
cheese, and basil.
That
People
is-
love that.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
something else. And they're so pretty. They
Thank you.
absolutely look elegant.
Thank you.
That's so cool. That's so
Yeah.
cool. And again, what if your source for flour dries up? What will you do? What if you can't get the flour you want to use?
Oh, we have 2 suppliers.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so if either one doesn't have what we need, you know, we also have a
Mm-hmm.
backup company that is going to provide. That used to be the market in Woodstock, downtown. We used to be there on Saturday mornings 3 years ago. And all
Is that kind of what gave you the idea to do this?
No, we started at home
Okay.
like 5 years ago. And friends and people that we know used to try them at home, and they were crazy. You know,
They're
they
like,
told
you
me,
need to open
yeah,
a business.
They
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
And at
yeah.
first, you know, a business is a lot of work, you know. And
Yeah.
we tried with the market first. It went so good that we decided to open a business.
To do it, to do
Yeah.
it, to do it. Well, I can't wait to try them. And so if your opening day, 11 to 7, if it's just absolutely over the top spectacular, it's going to be great. If it opens slowly and people are afraid to try it, then you have to convince them, just try it, it's something different. Convince me why I would love this.
Oh, that's easy. You just have to try one. That's all it
Just try
takes.
one.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter which flavor.
Oh, wow.
Sweet or savory, you're gonna love it
Yeah.
for sure.
Are we
And
going to talk about the calorie content of those things?
Well, being fresh, they don't have too many calories.
Okay.
And everything is baked, so you know we don't put any
I
oil.
really like the idea that you're not frying it. That's really cool. That's really
Yes.
cool.
Yes.
So will there be different meats in them, the savory ones? Do you use pork
We have
and
beef, we have pork and chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, those are basically the meat ones.
And that sauce. Tell me about that sauce because everybody knows garlic is good for you.
It is.
That's fresh garlic?
Fresh garlic. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we chop everything, and you know we put it in a little container, mix it, and then you can dip it into your empanada. Yeah.
So is it kind of spicy and salty a little bit?
It's
or
not as
savory?
spicy.
No.
No, in Argentina we don't usually eat anything spicy. It's kind of mild, but with a lot of flavor,
Oh, wow.
and you can feel the freshness of the ingredients.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
excited. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I may
everybody's
take that
excited.
morning off so I can be there for their opening.
Thank
So
you.
That's going to be
Thank
so
you.
cool. We're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, you're going to get to see the fireworks in Ball Ground. And I'm telling you, you are going to enjoy the fireworks in Ball Ground. This is compliments of Glenn Schley, who is one of our associates. He is amazing with the drone, amazing with the camera, and so sit back, get your second cup of coffee, and get ready. You're going to go boom in just a minute.
Whether you're in the mood for chicken strips, a delicious burger, our classic banana split, or an upside-down thick blizzard treat, we've got you covered. Hot and fresh food every day, every time, and delicious DQ soft serve make the perfect pair at your favorite place. Not fast food, fan food fast. Your Blue Ridge, Ellijay, and Jasper Dairy Queens are your meet, eat, and treat headquarters.
Thank you for choosing DQ. How may I serve you?
Georgia Medical Treatment Center now has 2 locations to bring you the high-quality holistic care you've come to know and expect. We treat neck, back, and joint pain with chiropractic care and injection-based treatment without the need for surgery or prescription painkillers. Our medical weight loss program can also provide relief while ridding your body of toxins, pounds, and inches while improving your overall health. Call today for a free consultation, 770-345-2000, or go online to georgiamtc.com.
You know, how you feel on the inside is just as important to me as how you feel on the outside.
Oh, Daddy.
I
my grown-up. Is there in every way. Care and take care of you. You're my grown-up and I know you're there. I'm your grown-up and you know I care. 'Cause it's you and me and me and you. So when you are okay or not okay, I'll take care of you.
Y'all come by and see us anytime you can.
Whether you're swimming in the sea or splashing in the pool, making a masterpiece, or just making memories, writing a great American novel, or writing your term paper that's due tomorrow. Whatever you do in life, Farmers is here to protect it. For all your insurance needs, call Donald Curtis in Blue Ridge.
Okay, you got a little taste of fireworks thanks to Glenn, and he was up on top of the hill at Farmers Crossing at the Ridge, where you can buy yourself a beautiful home for about $1.7 million. They're absolutely gorgeous, and We love those projects coming to Ball Ground because they're bringing new people, new ideas, and new intentions of becoming part of the community. And that's what's really special. Now, when you get to Jasper, you're going to be part of the community, and you're going to be part of the community that people are interested in and want to get to know. I want to know a little bit more about your menu. So tell me a little bit more about the things you're going to do, and how did you come up with the name of your company?
The name of the company is Station 10 Empanadas. 4 years ago, I had a heart attack.
Oh.
We used to live in
So you look
Woodstock.
super healthy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
And you had a heart attack.
Yes.
Okay, so
I think it was a lot of stress.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
from the construction company. But we used to live in Woodstock at the time. And at the entrance of the subdivision, there is a Station 10 fighters.
Yes.
So it was a Friday at 11 o'clock at night, and we were ready to go to sleep. And I told her that I wasn't feeling that good. And she asked me, my wife asked me, what do you feel? And I said, well, I feel something in my arm, you know, and that's kind of
First sign.
Yeah.
Yes.
And she said, well, I don't know where to take you. Everything is closed. And I said, well, let's go. We can find a hospital or something. So the first stop she made, it was at the fire station,
Wow.
Station 10. And she asked, can I bring my husband here? He's not feeling good. And they said, yeah, you can bring him down. So they made me sit down in a chair right at the entrance. And they already knew what was going on.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe it because they didn't
Wow.
tell me, you know, at
Yeah,
the time. They didn't
yeah.
tell me that I was
They didn't
having-
want to scare you into having a
Yeah.
heart attack. Yeah.
And I
yeah.
was talking to my wife, and I said, they think I'm having a heart attack, and I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
And
wow.
they put me in an ambulance, and they took me to, I think it's Kennesaw Hospital.
Kennestone.
Kennestone Hospital.
yes.
And thank, you know, the crew over there, all the firefighters, still around. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
That's how we came with the name of the company, just to honor them.
That's awesome to honor them. That is
And I
awesome.
remember after I left the hospital, probably a month later, we made the first batch of empanadas. Like we brought them like, I don't know, 5 dozens. Yeah, they were
love
so
it.
happy.
I
yeah.
love it. I love
and
it.
they couldn't believe that, you know, after having a Widowmaker, was still around.
Yeah, and that Widowmaker truly is that instant you get help or you die. You know,
That's it.
there's no in between.
No, there is
yeah.
only between 5 and 6% of people that have the Widowmaker, and they survive.
Yeah. Now, did they do stents in you?
Yeah,
Did
they put
do
just one stent.
just one stent.
Mhm.
Okay, wow.
Yeah,
That is crazy.
It is.
And how old were you when this happened?
I was 53.
Because see, you look like truly a picture of health. And you are, you know, people always say, "Oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to exercise more. You look like
Exercise.
perfect picture of health."
Yeah,
yeah.
But you have to exercise daily, and at least the doctor told me at least you have to do like 80 minutes a week of running, walking, whatever you like.
Whatever you like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you
yeah.
have to have a healthy diet. Yeah.
Now, let's talk about your diet and the restaurant, because you're using all fresh ingredients. Can we assume that we're going to be eating well for our health when we walk into your restaurant?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, everything is fresh. Most of the ingredients are also organic. As much as we can get organic stuff, you know, we use them, and we don't use any preservatives or, you know, anything crazy.
Yeah. Well, I told you that I used to eat out a lot at lunch, and I go to the tavern in Ball Ground, they know exactly what I'm going to eat. I go to Dominic's, they know exactly what I'm going to eat. I eat a salad with the grilled chicken at Dominic's, absolutely love it, and then I eat a salad with fresh greens and barbecue chicken at the tavern, and they know it's not on the menu, it's my little thing.
Right.
That's kind of healthy living. And honestly, with today's food prices, I can almost eat out as cheap as I can eat at home. How are you going to face the food prices in America today? Because the food prices are pretty crazy.
It is. Yeah, everything is going up daily.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
So how do you face that? How do you work on a profit and
we
still?
have suppliers, and also, you know, the production of the empanadas, I believe is going to be around 2,000 to 3,000 a week. So the more we produce, the cheaper we can get it.
Okay.
Yeah. and you know, we want to help everybody to have it. We don't want to go with crazy prices.
Yeah, if I think about 2,000 to 3,000 a week, how much flour will that take?
A lot.
A lot.
Yes,
That's what I'm thinking.
A lot. A lot.
I'm thinking a bunch.
I believe a 50-pound bag of flour, you can make about 100 dozens. So that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yes,
Wow.
it
wow.
takes a lot.
It's exciting. Okay, your Italian heritage. What do you take from that? What do you like about Italy?
Everything.
Everything.
We've been to Italy so many times.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
The food is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, everywhere you go, it doesn't matter if it's a big town or a small town. In the small towns, you don't have the chain, you know, restaurants.
Right.
So you can eat fresh pasta every day, pizza.
Wow.
And you walk a lot, so you don't gain any weight.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
that is awesome.
It is. Even having the gluten, I mean, you don't feel anything.
I was
It's
going to
so
ask
light.
you, are you going to have gluten-free anything? Is there anything? Because I have some
Maybe-
friends who can't do gluten.
Maybe in the future.
Okay.
But everybody asks me the same question.
Yeah.
Even if you have little traces of gluten,
Uh-huh.
because the kitchen is going to be shared, you know,
Right.
doing gluten and gluten-free. So there is always in the machines, I mean, even if you clean
That's
them,
right.
there is always little traces
That's
of
right.
gluten.
That's right. So
Yeah.
that, yeah, and I do know people who absolutely cannot have it, which
Yeah.
I don't understand what it does, but I know a family that it's kind of heredity. Three
Yes.
of them can't do it. So
Yeah, it feels bad. You can have bad reaction.
Yeah, that is
Yes.
crazy. That's
It is.
crazy. Okay, if you walked into your restaurant, what would you order? What's your favorite thing?
Beef empanadas. And then I'm going to have the dulce de leche empanadas. Those are really nice, really
Yes.
good, because they're full of dulce de leche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what about the dipping sauces? Because in America, I told you I love the horsey sauce at Arby's,
Yes.
which is just horseradish and mayonnaise. You know, it's so simple.
Yeah.
What kind of sauces do
Well,
you
we're
like?
going to have at least 3 different flavors. Chimichurri is going to be one. Then we probably going to have something with garlic and either like pesto kind, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
cilantro.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm giving up all my recipes.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
It's a shame you weren't open today and you could have brought
Yes.
stuff to show. Yeah, that would have been all, since I didn't eat breakfast.
Yeah. And then we're going to have a secret sauce.
A secret sauce.
Yeah, that's
okay.
only going to be revealed on the opening day.
That is so cool.
Yes.
That is so cool. Well, I know that people are really, really excited. And, you know, when we think about you truly, it is a success story because y'all came to the United States, legally became citizens. Now you're raising another generation of children.
Yes.
Do your children look at their heritage from Cuba, from Italy? Are they interested in that, or are they just American kids?
They're American kids. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
It's a new generation. It's totally different from what we've, been when
Right.
we were young. But I believe that there is a great, potential in them. Yeah, they only have to discover it.
Yeah.
And you have to, push them
Right.
for them to see what the future holds for
Yeah.
them.
Did they understand what your father left when he fled Cuba?
Oh, yeah.
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 Because
Yes.
when we think about that, most of the families I met from Cuba were very prominent families in Cuba, and they made that decision to leave the reign of terror there and,
Right.
and to come to America. And it's a lot to think about, you
It
know.
is.
It
We
just-
took the kids since they were little to different trips. We took them to Mexico and to Guatemala. The Guatemala trip happened probably 10 years ago, and we showed them, what it is to be in a country like that,
Right.
in South America.
Yeah.
They've been to Brazil several times, and unfortunately, there is a lot of crime,
Sure.
a lot of poverty,
Yeah.
and they've seen that with their own eyes. So
Yeah.
they know,
They understand
They
this is
understand,
the American
exactly.
dream.
Yes.
Yeah. And you know, we think about the crime in America, and it's just like, I didn't even think about being on a jury with crime in Cherokee County. And a lot of nights I would walk to the office and walk home at 10 or 10:15, and I found after being on the jury, I would look around behind my shoulder. You know,
Yes.
all of a sudden I felt different about my community.
Yes.
And I still feel so safe in Ball Ground. I feel safe in Jasper. I feel safe here in LJ. You know, we haven't had to deal with that. But last night on the news, they showed there's a group of 5 people who have entered the country illegally, and they have been robbing banks all around North Georgia.
Wow.
But they're robbing them with, not with guns, but with false checks. And they kept saying they kept changing clothes and changing their identity a little bit and walking into a different bank, another bank, the same bank, just over and over, cashing fraudulent checks. Those are things that's crazy. Who would dream that up? I don't have enough sense to dream up a crime like that. But they said that they had taken so many of the small local banks because you don't know what questions to ask you. They have identification that's false.
They have everything, yeah.
Yeah, they have everything. So I said, that really scares me, that crime is getting high tech. You know, when you can invent a person and then in 20 minutes you can change the way you look and walk back into the same bank and cash another check. And when I was watching it on the news, I thought, they are thinking of everything, you know.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah. And you know, the thing everybody should think about is just go to work and get a job and support yourself. Yeah, don't rob the banks. So it's crazy. Well, we're going to share something now. Donovan Jones did this piece for us a long, long, long time ago, and it salutes our veterans. And we could not talk about the 4th of July without talking about our veterans. And when I think about veterans, I think of one hometown boy, Noah Harris, who gave his life because of 9/11. He gave his life because he believed when 9/11 happened, 9/11 changed so many lives. We looked at our country differently. We looked at the way that we open our borders. We looked at the way that we take care of our own families, and we looked that 9/11 could have happened to anybody we know. I have so many friends who were in New York when that happened. I have friends who are facing health issues now because of working at Ground Zero. We need to continue to pray for their health because sadly the United States has not stepped up to what they should be doing for those firefighters, for those police officers. They didn't set up funds to keep them healthy, and that's a shame because in America we're throwing away billions of dollars a day instead of helping those people that are still having after effects. Recently, a young 40-year-old who was at 9/11 passed away from brain cancer, and it was all because of the element that she worked in. We need to protect our EMTs, we need to protect our police officers, and we need to offer them the kind of service that they offer us. And you know, you're sitting here an example of what they did for you. You're alive because of what they saw in you.
Yes.
And thank goodness your wife chose to take you to that station because it could have had a very different outcome.
Oh, yes.
So we're going to salute our veterans now. Here we go.
I woke up from a dream when I heard a voice calling out, we can do better in America. We've forgotten who we are, and we're gonna lose our country if we don't fix what's wrong in America. Big shot CEOs have moved their jobs to other countries. Gas prices are killing us in America. But we still love our promised land, and we're gonna keep believing that we can do better in America. 'Cause we are Americans. When we're down, we must rise. We must come back to greatness, honor truth instead of lies. If we wanna lead the world again, we've got to lead ourselves, and we've just got to do better in America. If life is for living, why not peace instead of war? A house out of order doesn't work right anymore. An eye for an eye just leaves everybody blind. We can do better in America and better for mankind. This is America. This is no time for apathy. It's time to face reality. Who's looking out for us in America? Our food isn't safe. Our money is being wasted. Shouldn't Americans come first in America? We've got people homeless in this place we call home. Nobody should go hungry in America. No one should be sick if we know how to make them well. We're better than that, and we can do better in America. 'Cause we are America. Americans, when we're down, we must rise, we must come back to greatness, honor truth instead of lies. If we want to lead the world again, we've got to lead ourselves. We need each other more than ever in America. This is America, land we call our own. The spirit of our people is what makes it feel like home. Let's all stand together, speak with one heart, one mind. We can do better in America and better for mankind. Because we are Americans, when we're down, we must rise, we must all come to greatness, honor truth instead of lies. If we want to lead the world again, we've got to lead ourselves. We need each other more than ever in America. This is America, land we call our own. The spirit of our people is what makes it feel like home. Let's all stand together, speak with one heart, one mind. We can do better in America and better for mankind.
Tonight I write to you through tears with a trembling hand. My darling answered when he got that call from you. You said you really need him, but you don't need him like I do. Don't I really love my country, but I also love my man. He proudly wears the colors of the old red, white, and blue, while I wear a heartache since he left me for you.
Dear Uncle Sam, I just got your telegram, and I can't believe that this is me, shaken like I am. For it said, I'm sorry to inform you.
Y'all have got 3 weeks to get your appetite ready. What are you going to walk in Station 10 and order? Now, Manny, if I walk in to place an order, what would you suggest I take home with me?
One of each.
One of each.
Yes.
One of each. One of each. Now, during the break, we were talking about y'all like traditional American food.
We love it.
And your wife prepares a traditional Thanksgiving dinner, which is so cool. What a compliment to American cooks, because not all people from other countries enjoy Southern cuisine or just country cooking of any kind, you know. And I was teasing my friends on Facebook. I told them, I said, I'm going to have this amazing chef on, and I'm going to have to teach him to eat butter beans and cornbread and onions. It sounds like your wife's already indoctrinated you to good American food.
Yes, we love it.
That is so cool. That is so cool. Now, we were talking about the restaurant, the German restaurant in town. He has been super, super successful. Everybody can't wait to go in there and buy his product. They love that, love that, love that. When they walk into your place, are they going to feel like, I can't wait to come back? Do you think you're going to have that?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, yes. We already have that.
I'm so excited for you.
Yeah, all the people go crazy. Every time they see me, either, you know, painting or cleaning around the store, they ask me.
Yay.
Yeah, I have to show the store, you know.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, it's exciting that you are living the American dream and you're raising your children. And I love, now your wife said your children speak 3 languages?
Yes.
Okay, she's from Brazil, you're from Argentina and Cuba. And so what do they speak?
Spanish, English, and Portuguese.
Portuguese.
Yes.
That is amazing. Isn't that amazing?
It
so do they ever, if they're mad and angry, do they use a foreign language?
No.
No, they
No.
just just
No.
plain old American boys.
Yes. Uh-huh.
I love it.
Yes.
Now, your kids involved in athlete? Are they athletic?
They're working right now.
They're working.
Yeah. When they were in high school, they used to play soccer.
Uh-huh.
And my youngest son, he loves the gym.
Yeah.
You know, he goes there every day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he lifts weights, you know, he does the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So none of your children are married yet?
No.
No.
They're
So
too
no
young.
grandkids.
No,
Yeah,
no.
no grandkids.
Not
oh
yet.
yeah. And you know, that'll be another generation that you can pass that American dream on to.
Yes.
Because when we think about it, I think about when my generation is gone, we canned and we preserved food and we grew gardens. People don't have time to do that anymore.
Not anymore.
And it's so sad because that's part of my heritage. Is,
It
you
is.
know, the American thing where my grandmother, they made sauerkraut and they raised what they ate. And it
Yes.
was their job to put it up for the winter so they could feed their families.
Yeah.
So it's something we're losing. Maybe you won't lose any of your heritage. So.
Hopefully not.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Well, we're excited. Station 10 is located right beside Marger's attorney
Yes.
law firm and between the other law firm. So you got Chuck McCarty on one side. If you ever need a lawyer, you don't have to go
There
far.
you go.
So.
Yeah.
But if you're in downtown Jasper, get to know the beautiful, Jasper has done a great job in revitalization. It is absolutely beautiful. If
It
you
is.
haven't stopped in the Woodbridge Inn General Store, stop in there. And we're going to do another cooking class there in the fall. I think by popular demand, we're going to do chicken and dumplings because everybody the other day seemed to want to learn to make chicken and dumplings.
Yes.
Chicken and dumplings are so simple, but it's that comfort food. When winter months come,
Oh, yeah.
you want something warm and
Yes.
hot and bubbly. Chicken and dumplings answers that. So have you ever made dumplings? Do you know how to do that?
No.
No.
But I love
so
to
simple.
try.
Yes, it's so simple. So I can't wait to do another class there. And if y'all haven't checked out Downtown Jasper, be sure and do it. But make sure you show up at 11 a.m. Do you have an opening date, or are you just going to keep posting it and we'll keep
We're going to
people-
keep posting it
Okay.
at the Instagram page and also on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah. We just postpone it because,
Yeah,
you know,
equipment.
construction equipment
Yeah,
is crazy.
yeah, yeah.
It's crazy.
Now, are you looking to hire anybody else, or do you have a full crew yet?
We hire already one lady. She's
Uh-huh.
going to help us in the kitchen.
Uh-huh.
And we are ready to hire at least 2 more to help us. yeah.
Okay, okay. So you need maybe, are you going to have waiters or people walk up to the counter? How
They
you
just
gonna-
walk up to the
Walk
counter.
up to the counter and
Yeah.
get their food.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, perfect. So it would be so interesting to see somebody who's never been this kind of food to learn from you.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
what a great experience. Yay,
Yes,
yay.
yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here. And I
Oh,
love your,
thank you.
I love the fact that you're alive. So Station 10, thank you very much for keeping this man alive, because now I'm
Yes.
going to get a really good meal one day soon.
There you
so
go.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Y'all take care of yourselves. Keep in mind it is going to be very, very hot outside. Stay hydrated. And if you're out and about, think about somebody else. Maybe there's somebody working outside that you could stop at the Dairy Queen and get them a milkshake and take to them. Maybe there's somebody outside that you could help out a little bit. Maybe there's somebody in your community that you could make a donation to. There's so many people hurting in our country, and we all have the ability to lend a helping hand. Be sure you do that today. I'll see you again soon on ETC. And remember, check us out at YouTube. Just hit subscribe. YouTube is free. It's a lot of fun. And a lot of folks from around the world love Southern cooking. I'll see you again soon. Bye.